Good morning, Gunners, and welcome to the Blog on You Gunners pre-match preview for our trip to Molde. It's a Europa League week, a sweet, sweet blessing given the misery of the Premier League, and a chance for us to score some goals at long last. We're going to break it down quick. Stay tuned. Thanks for listening. The first thing we're going to talk about is Nicolas Pepe. I think he's at the top of everyone's list at the moment, given what happened against Villa. I say Villa, what I actually mean is Leeds United at Ellen Road. What a gaffe. It's been such a blur of terrible, terrible memories these last couple of weeks that I can't even remember who we're playing and where we played them. But it was undoubtedly against Leeds, where he dropped the nut on Alioski, I think his name was. Look out for him on the Oscar shortlist this year, given that Nicolas will be out for the next 3 Premier League games. You would expect to see him in action in the Europa League, and a big chance for him as well if he gets it. I think he's got a lot to prove. He's come out and apologised, but apologies ain't going to cut it. I think he's got to score goals. He's got to get assists. He's got to show something a bit more, and a soft game away at Molde is a good opportunity to do that, frankly. We saw at the Emirates that they're not a fantastic calibre of opposition. If we stick to a game plan, if we play our game, we should be able to roll them fairly easy. And this is a game, if he's given a chance, he should be able to do well in. And there's no excuse for him not to be doing well in. The only real question is whether he plays. It's whether Mikel decides to punish him, to teach him a lesson, whether he's got the ump with him. I think after the game, yes, tensions, emotions were running a bit high, but it seemed he was really quite narked with Pepe. So whether that extends to leaving him at home or leaving him on the bench for this one, I don't know. I would hope that he gets a game and we make use of him, if only for squad management purposes, really. We need all the fresh legs we can get for the Premier League, so if we can give Nicola a run out over these next few weeks in Cup and Europa League games, so much the better. If anything, you might give him a chance to build some confidence, because the man must be in bits at the moment. He complained quite openly about having to do bench duty, was given his chance, got himself sent off. It's not ideal for him, but there is a path to redemption, and that is through goals. So it's important for him, if he plays, to put in a performance, and I hope he does. Another one due a performance is Willian, of course, who continues to underwhelm. I don't know if he's made the trip to Molde. I would guess probably not. Mikel doesn't really see him outside of the Premier League squad. I know he played a small part against Molde at the Emirates, but that was more about giving him some minutes. I don't think Mikel sees him as a long-term option in the Europa League. I think he wants to give him every chance in the Premier League, but who knows, it may be a chance to build his confidence as well. We'll see on that one. Most interestingly, I think, after Pepe, is the addition of the youngsters to the team. I see from Twitter, from Charles Watts, that Emile Smith-Rowe made the trip. Miguel Aziz has made the trip. I would expect that Joe Willock is on the plane, and I would expect also that Eddie Nketiah has made the trip. I hear that Following Balogun has also made the trip, so there's going to be options. There's going to be a lot of hungry youngsters in the squad, perhaps on the bench, maybe starting. I would like to see them given a chance, particularly Emile Smith-Rowe. He might be a good short-term solution to the creative problems we've been having. I don't think he's the Messiah. He's not the answer to all of our prayers, but I think throw him in there, give him a chance. Against Molde, it might be a good level for him to get a feel for the ball, get a feel for the squad, for the movement up top, and to stake a claim. It's all about taking your opportunity sometimes, and this could be massive for Emile. Miguel Aziz, I don't know a tremendous amount about him. I would imagine he'd start on the bench. Ditto Balogun. If things are going well, he may well get himself on the pitch, but I would expect up top for it to either be Eddie or possibly Alex Lacazette, if Mikel wants to keep him fresh and to give him some minutes ahead of the Premier League visit of Wolves on Sunday, which is a huge game in terms of kicking some life into our season. I've got no problem with Eddie starting up top. The man is as hungry as you like. He is starving, the lad, for goals. He can't stop scoring for England. He can't quite repeat that for Arsenal at the moment, but perhaps that speaks more to our creative troubles rather than any particular issue of his. So I have no problem with him or Lacazette starting. I think there'll be some opportunities for them to score, and God knows we need to and they need to put it in the back of the net. Other than that, I don't expect too many surprises in the side. El Neni, I don't know whether he's passed his coronavirus tests yet. I would have thought this probably comes one too soon for him. He might make the Wolves squad. Thomas Partey, I don't know. I would imagine even if he is fit, that Mikel wouldn't risk giving him minutes, leave him at home. Perhaps give him a half or 60 minutes against Wolves if he's anywhere near. Again, God knows we need him in the midfield at the moment. We will probably see one of Xhaka or Ceballos just to anchor the situation, just to bring a bit of experience in the midfield. Because although they're not great, if we're being fair, Molde will be better at their place than they were at ours. I think they could cause us problems. Will they win this one? I don't think so. I don't think they've got enough for it. But they're perfectly capable of causing us a few problems, and we don't want to be caught cold with a couple of sucker punches. So some experience in the middle of the park is great. At the back, probably Rob Holding again. I don't see anyone too senior. I know Kieran Tierney's made the trip. I'd be amazed if he starts. It's the last thing he needs, given the volume of games that he's played. Ditto Gabriel, I don't think he needs to be anywhere near this squad. If David Luiz is anywhere near to being back, brilliant. If not, Mustafi is in and around the squad. I'm sure he can do a few minutes for us, make a contribution alongside Rob Holding. Callum Chambers, I know he's back in full training, but this one may come too soon for him, may not. I know he's played some minutes with the under-23s. Is it still a bit soon for him given the severity of his knee injury? We'll wait and see, but I wouldn't be adverse to giving him a half. Although that shouldn't come at the expense of getting this thing wrapped up. Apparently we need only to avoid defeat to secure qualification. A victory would do the bits for us, really. It would make sure, more or less, that we finish top and give us a chance to stick some kids out and rest some first team guys in the last two fixtures. And I think that's really important for development, particularly as a lot of players are scrapping for minutes. If we can get this win, wrap up the qualification, that's great for us. That's great for the senior guys. It's great for the younger guys. So let's be ambitious with this one, I think. Let's not rest on our laurels. Let's not be complacent. I don't think Mikel's teams are complacent. They do tend, for all their faults at the moment, to put the effort in. He demands it, of course. And I don't expect to see too much less than what we're becoming accustomed to. But what I do want to see is some bloody goals. Man, I can't remember the last time. I genuinely thought we were streets ahead of the opposition, and we were free and clear and goals ahead. It hasn't happened for a while. So tonight would be great to get that done, get it wrapped up, move on, and start looking forward. So there you have it. That is all really there is to say about this one. I'm hoping it'll be a routine victory. Nothing points to there being any real problems for us. Molde, due respect to them, they're playing well in Norway. That we should have way too much for them, and we should be able to wrap this group up fairly sharpish. I'll be doing a post-match, as ever, where hopefully we'll be breaking down a comprehensive win in which Nicolas Pepe scored a hat-trick, and we can finally feel something approaching happiness again amid the existential crisis of the Premier League. Until then, have a good one. Take care.